Joining me now to talk about this case is Mike Davis. He's the founder and president of the Article 3 Project. Good evening, Mike.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, always a pleasure. It is horrific. I don't even want to, share some of the video because you don't want to watch something that is like this, and you don't understand how anyone would want to do this. But when you hear the details, and it's someone who was deported but somehow gets back into our border, what does that make you think?
Well, think about what did the Democrats think would happen here when you had Joe Biden open up our border and let in over 10 million unvetted and unvettable illegal immigrants, including very dangerous men from very dangerous places. Then the Democrats go to war against the police, and then the Democrats charge heroes like Daniel Penny for stepping in on the train and trying to stop these monsters from hurting other people. This is the natural and probable consequence, what happened with this horrific murder of this woman. And one thing I want to point out, what the hell was that police officer doing in that video? There's a police officer walking by while this woman is burning to death. Why did he not jump in and try to save this woman's life?
You're not the first person to ask that question. It has been brought up on social media, so I'm sure we'll watch more reaction coming in from the NYPD on that image. A lot of reactions already poured in. Kathy Hochul put out a few tweets talking about how the subways are safe. You have to wonder if these were truly ill-timed or if they had been pre-scheduled tweets, because it is not safe. And even if this crime had not happened, the fact that she's trying to tout some type of victory when New York really is not a shining example for rail or subway rides, it's pretty head shaking.
Yeah, I would say to New York Governor Kathy Hochul, if the subway is so safe, why doesn't she go ride the subway without her 24/7 heavily armed security detail?
Yeah, well, of course, that will never happen. Matt Gaetz, busy day today. He filed a lawsuit against the House Ethics Committee. They're trying to release this probe they did on allegations. He says that they are untrue, but he also makes a point saying he's a private citizen. I mean, he stepped down from Congress. And this is, a situation where we wonder what type of precedent would be set, Mike, if they were to release this ethics report. And why would they do this, knowing that there's this legal risk now? Is it just to humiliate Matt Gaetz?
Look, this is a one-sided report. It's a political drive-by shooting. They're doing this outside of the normal process where Matt Gaetz does not have the opportunity to respond to this. And I would say this to the Democrats: if they're so concerned about taking advantage of minors, then why aren't they raising hell about the fact that Joe Biden just pardoned child rapists and murderers? He commuted their sentences off death row where they're not going to face the death penalty anymore.
Yeah, a great point. Matt Gaetz has also talked about the fact that he did win his seat in the upcoming Congress. So in a way, he still has a right to go and take the oath, and he says he could do that and sort of talk about all the other things he knows with other sitting members of Congress. How would they like that? Probably wouldn't be too happy if he was to do that, but it is an option. Not sure he'll go there, Mike. What do you think?
I would love to see Matt Gaetz go take his House seat, and maybe he'll be able to respond to these allegations against him in this political drive-by shooting.
Well, remains to be seen the future for him and what happens next. But always great to have you in, Mike. Thanks for being with us this evening.
Thank you. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.